Welcome back in, everybody, to what could be the final game of the day. If YNT can't get themselves back into it, Hydra looking really strong in that first game, but it was a leaner game. So how much you actually can give to Hydra and take away from Sigma.YNT, it was a leaner game, so we'll give Sigma.YNT the benefit of the doubt. Coming through into the second game, though, yeah, I don't think it's going to be getting through the draft. I think Hydra, they don't try and give it away to Sigma.YNT. So many teams have let that leaner through because they have an idea of how to beat it, and then they just get it turned on their heads. So I do expect that leaner, to get banned out here in this next draft once it does start up. Sigma.YNT, though, they did look really good, taking a good couple of fights. The Morphin looked incredibly powerful when it got up close and personal, especially with the Marcy backing him up against Selena. And the Lena had no way to break the distance. They just stayed on top of him. But every time that came out, there was a Doom with the self-inflicted, the self-cast Doom, to be able to jump on top. And it meant that unless the Marcy already had the Unleash out, the Morphling couldn't do anything inside it there as well. And it was just there to try and provide a body block for that Lena. Didn't always work out, though. Like I said, there was some good pickups on the Lena, and if Sigma.YNT, if they can play to that quality in the second game, there's no reason why they can't force this to a game number 3. But Hydra, they want to be taking this in 2. They want to be comfortable with this one. They want to take an easy victory in their eyes. They want to be pulling this one out of the bag in 2. So let's see here. Sigma.YNT with the first pick, immediately Hydra just say, you know what? We don't want to be seeing this Lena. And yeah, so Hydra have that potential. If they show
Radiant team
what they did up against Cybercats, they were the first game, right? The first game of Division 2, yeah, Hydra versus Cybercats. So what came out for them there? Shadow Fiend, Snapfire, Faceless Void, even being used in Invokers, Silencers, Double Trees. In fact, Snapfire used in both games.
10 seconds remaining.
So let's see here what Sigma.YNT want to go towards. The Rubik is still there.
Remaining.
Makes it through the draft. If that is the hero that Sigma.YNT want to pick up here. Yeah, makes sense. Really strong in the lane, great trading off. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend as well as is it the clock? It's gonna be the Tusk. Coming through for the side of Hydra. So a good couple of heroes. The Shadow Fiend, he's a little bit more niche than the carries that you do see, the Lenas, the Drows coming out. Faceless Void, even Faceless Void to the point, it's not really being picked up too much.
5 seconds
Sigma.YNT, with the Shadow Fiend being here, might actually go for him. Being able to get the jump off, it means that you've got the Chronosphere that he can't Requiem through. Throw the, get his BKB off and throw the Requiem Souls out with that fear if the Chronosphere is on top of it.
Radiant team ban.
Sigma.YNT, though, go straight for the Primal Beast.
Dire team ban.
It's a good hero. It doesn't... I wonder if they play this mid.
Radiant team
or if they give it over to Corruptible, because Corruptible is going to have some dive potential with it. But if this is going to be the mid Tusk, Primal Beast has a good time because the Ice Shards come out and he's just like, come on then, come at me. Just throws out the trample. And he does do a lot of damage, even if the Tusk wants to chase him down with a snowball. So we'll see whether
5 seconds remaining.
the Primal Beast is going to be this mid lane answer to the Tusk in the mid lane for Hydra, or whether both heroes are going to be flexed out. Meanwhile, what have I missed? The Tinkerband comes out, Trian as well as the Lena. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Bat being taken away, the Beastmaster and the Broodmother.
Dire
so Sigma,
team ban.
even banning out the Lycan. Just taken away, I wonder if the Nature's Prophet gets banned out here from Sigma.YNT. Taking away these push heroes, the Death Prophet is still there. And Hydra have the next pick.
10
so if they want to, they can
remaining.
run this Tusk mid and pick up the Death Prophet here as well.
5 seconds remaining.
So let's see what it's going to be for Hydra. Who they want to ban out. Maybe just thinking about this. Because do they think this Primal is going to be the mid or the off? I mean, even after it comes out, they're still banning out the Tinkers. So they are maybe thinking this is going to be the corruptible Primal Beast to get on top of the Shadow Fiend, because the Shadow Fiend has a really hard time with no mobility in the Shadow Fiend's kit. You know, the Primal Beast comes in with the charge into the trample. Shadow Fiend has no way to get on from underneath it.
Dire team ban.
So Doom being taken away here from Sigma.YNT. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Primal Beast in the off lane. Being able to get on top of the Shadow
Dire
Fiend and
team
run him
pick.
down. So Morph gets taken away here from HYDRA. Yeah, it looked pretty scary in that last game. Violent had a really good game on it, even with a couple of, let's call them misplays. Violent still looked really in control with that Morphling coming out, and any other hero than the Lina, maybe they win that match.
Remaining.
So HYDRA, what do they want to be picking up? With banning out the Sniper. Sniper is a really good range carry, especially when the Lina... I mean, I've talked about the strength of the Sniper up against the Lina. But up against any range hero, the extra range that you have on that Sniper to outrange what the Shadow Fiend can output, it does just mean that the ranged carry on the side of HYDRA will be put on the back foot. Sigma.YNT. What do they want to pick up? They've got the dive from the Primal Beast.
5 seconds remaining.
Again, even with the Clockwork coming out, I wouldn't mind a Faceless Void coming out here for Sigma.YNT. Being able to get on top of the Shadow Fiend. So they go for the Death Prophet themselves. And what else? What's going to be the next pick? And again, it keeps the Primal Beast, it keeps the Death Prophet flexible here. Not giving away who's going to be in the mid, who's going to be in that off lane between the two heroes. Could even put them both as a 4 if they want to as well.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Primal Beast and Rubik wouldn't be a bad offlane. You know, the telekinesis into the trample, and then the onslaught to follow up if he needs to go even further on to, you know, close that gap or, you know, put some extra damage out. Oh, the snap. Position 5 snap. They have the control coming out from the pulverize from the Primal Beast. Rubik with the telekinesis, so those scatter blasts into the Morty Kisses with the cookie to follow up as well. Going to be incredibly lethal.
5 seconds remaining.
So let's see how HYDRA answer back to this. Maybe something like a... I mean putting the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. Then maybe what the Tusk is for. If you picked up a Life Stealer. Yeah, you wouldn't... I don't know, would you pick up the Life Stealer here actually? And just shift that Shadow Fiend into the mid lane?
Radiant team ban.
It's going to be the Invoker. Okay, no, so it is going to be the mid lane Invoker coming out. Tusk, Clockwork looking to be the supports, unless you want to run that Tusk as the carry, which some teams have done. To varying success. You know, I'm not saying it's going to be a great payoff if that's what you want to do, but the Shadow Fiend, it looks like it is going to be the pos one Shadow Fiend, the Invoker in the mid lane, and then the Clock and the Tusk as the supports.
5 seconds remaining.
Meanwhile, what does Sigma.YNT want to take out then? Because both teams, it looks like, looking for carries. HYDRA has that last pick, so they are going to be able to respond. What's left? I mean, there's a lot of frontline... No, Shadow... It's been a long day. Shadow Fiend carry for HYDRA. They're looking for an offlaner. And they can instantly answer back to whatever carry gets picked up here from Sigma.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
So yeah, Faceless Void gets span out. Again, goes well with the Snapfire. The multiple kisses raining down inside the Chronosphere. It's a lot of burst potential, and HYDRA just... They're not there for it. They just say, no thank you. What's still left then?
10 seconds remaining.
Centaur in the offlane, Tide in the offlane.
5 seconds remaining.
It goes well with the Tusk. Razor. We've not seen a whole lot of Razors coming out, to be honest, in the Eastern European division, but the Tusk being able to get the Ice Shards and the Snowball off, while the Razor steals the damage. It's a decent amount for us. You don't really want to fight into the eye of the storm anyway. I actually wouldn't mind the Razor here. They ban out the Timbersaw on the side of Sigma.YNT. Maybe
10
looking for,
seconds remaining.
you know, advertising and looking for a strength hero here.
5
With already having the
seconds
Primal Beast
remaining.
as well as the Snapfire. The Timbersaw might have a field day if they did let it through and pick up, I don't know, like, what strength heroes have we been seeing picking up? We've seen a lot of ranged carries being picked up, but again, maybe the lifesteal themselves. Tiny for a quick start. Sigma.YNT. What else have they picked up? Yeah, the Nature's Prophet. Is the Nature's Prophet still there?
Radiant team pick.
They banned out the Slark. But yeah, no, the Nature's Prophet is still there. And maybe the Timsaw again being able to D-push with the Treants. So maybe they do actually go for this Nature's Prophet on the side of Sigma.YNT. That's HYDRA.
10 seconds remaining.
Again, offlane-wise...
5 seconds remaining.
What else could they go for here? Maybe something that, again, sits on that front line. Offers them a bit of protection. Would I like to see the Magnus? It's got a decent amount of lockdown. The RP into the follow-up with the Cogs, Requiem of Souls to come through, and Invoker dropping his entire kit through that RP. It wouldn't be the worst hero in the world, in my eyes, to pick up that Magnus. Again, if Sigma go for a melee hero here, Razor wouldn't be too bad for HYDRA as well. Both teams taking the time. They just like to hear me talk. Trying to give me the maximum cast time here on these solo casts. And what's it going to be for Sigma.YNT? 9 seconds, ticking all the way through.
Dire team pick.
Naga Siren.
Yeah, okay. It's going to be the Darks
You
here.
may now
Always
select
forget about
your
this hero.
heroes.
Really nice to get the vacuum back into. If you can drop an ice wall on top of that vacuum wall as well, a lot of control and a lot of damage coming out from HYDRA. And Naga Siren, this is kind of the thing. Now, HYDRA, we've seen so many Naga Sirens coming out that HYDRA, I think they're on a little bit of a clock, even with the clock. But they are on a little bit of a clock because if they let this Naga Siren get to the heart, get to the Orchid, and the survivability items like the Manta style as well, it's so hard to rip through. And the Song with the Shard, being able to regen up, especially when you've got a Death Prophet that probably goes in for, you know, the Spirit Siphons. You've got Corruptible that might get the Guardian's Greaves out. The sustaining the fight for Sigma.YNT, once the Naga Siren picks up that shard, it's so hard to burst down through the side of the Naga Siren's team. So HYDRA, yeah, I think they've got to take these fights quick, and I think they've got to keep the pressure onto the Naga Siren. Otherwise, HYDRA they'll find themselves on the back foot, and Naga Siren will just freeze them out of this game. But at least they have some initiation heroes to do it with. The Clockwork, the Tusk, being able to go in the Darkseer there as well. With the vacuum back, so being able to pull the Naga Siren into the position that you want. We'll see. I mean, we are going to get ourselves into the second game shortly, but I'm just looking at the two lineups. Yeah, I'm thinking YNT. I like this Naga pick. I don't know if they have the burst to get through the hero. If they can do it quick enough once he gets that heart up as well. So I am thinking the side of YNT. But guys, before we get ourselves into the second game, we are going to take a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Welcome back as we get ourselves straight into the game there after the quick break. And both teams, well, there's no treant this time, so there's no need to cut the trees down, but both teams sticking together, not wanting to be picked off. Really nice In fact, which one came out first of these two cliff wards? 544 on that one, 535. So it looks like the dire ward was down a little bit earlier on. So you will see this ward being planted. Yeah, they're even going to be able to get the D ward. They might go for the D ward on their own wards just to stop Vanscore from being able to come in with the sentry here to get the D ward off. And giving up that vision. It's going to get low, but it's not going to be completely taken away straight away. Tips. Just being thrown out. Who's the favorite? EGB. Yeah, given the odds over to HYDRA for this first game.
The battle begins.
And YNT 2.4. So it's not a massive difference between the two, but it is still going to be HYDRA being favored by EGB. As Corruptible, telekinesis comes back, dragged away from the battery assault. And Corruptible taking a lot of damage from these razors. He needs to get himself away. He needs to get himself... Did he try and cut him off? No, they don't. They don't. Corruptible is going to turn back anyway, just to make sure he doesn't get run down. You know, the Clockwork tries to intercept him. At least Shadow Fiend as well, with the razors, should be able to deal with the illusions from the Naga Siren coming into the mid-game. Potentially before that hearts, but again, it's like that Lina. You can't let this Naga Siren have space. You can't just let her walk away 20 minutes into the jungle, farming up and find the Orchid into the Bloodthorn, into the Heart, into the, you know, the BKB or the Manta Style, and the Butterfly to come through first. You do need to constantly be aware of where Violent is and putting that pressure on, stopping him from being able to find those farms and find those items. Because he is your win condition on the side of Sigma.YNT.
That should help.
And, well, they're going to be dropping Iron Shells, which, to start with, Violent might have a little bit of an issue with. Yeah, the harass damage coming out. And I mean, you look at Violent's health pool, 680 health, 7 armor though. So the Iron Shell will be nice just to come up against the Naga Siren and do the damage that way. And maybe just force her away from the creeps. Meanwhile, the top lane, you can see the Corruptible. I mean, Queasy, he pulls the creeps back behind the tier 2 and the tier 3. This is it. He's going to be finding the farm up himself, you know, some solo experience, but Corruptible, he wants those. So now, trying to maybe interrupt, but Happy Terraria is going to be close. Bottom lane, they get the kill onto Vanscore. Oh, they chase him down. And yeah, it looks like... Where did he die? Just underneath the tower. The creeps, it looks like, got the last hit, as Warwick denies that water rune. And gets the pickup. So he denies with the Forge Spirit and picks up with the hero himself in the mid lane. And Vanscore, at least he gets Lefton's courier. He gets taken down, but he gets some minor revenge. And poor couriers, they're only trying to do the jobs. Yeah, this mid lane, for you trying to put some harass out here with the Spirit Stacking onto Warwick. Warwick is just going to be able to walk away from it, and he did actually go for the Exhort. 2 points into the Exhort and the Invoker. So no Wex coming out, not a lot of control, but it does mean he can get these Forge Spirits out here that kind of contest onto the runes on their own. And he just sends them up, gets that deny onto the water rune, and all of a sudden for you, not a lot of regen left after this bottle goes down. Excuse me, Tusk going to be rotating in. Did they actually go for this? He's level 2. Has the tag team actually, so the cold snap going to be there. Ice Shards come through into this tag team. Yeah, point blank on the tag team. And now the Ice Shards, even with the tower damage, but the Spirit Siphon for you, actually walks himself away from the Sunstrike. That would have been, if he'd landed it, would have been a kill. Tusk gets real down low, uses that salve. But now for you, he's going to go for the bouncy rune. He needs that bottle. He needs to sustain. He doesn't get it like the Invoker does with that Quas. The 2 points into the top lane now as well. So yeah, you can see on the map that the Death Prophet just picks up the bounty rune. Kami though, are they trying to make something happen? One of those cogs, Batcher still comes through, telekinesis, he can still look for the wraparound and look for that lockdown now. The cogs come through with that telekinesis being down, chasing down onto Queasy. The cogs do get dropped. One of these raises to come through onto Queasy going to be in trouble. And that last raise to secure the kill for Kami. So Kami going to be comfortable on the bottom lane though. Leffington being chased down. Vanscore, no cookie, no Scatterblast. They do get the kill onto the Darkseer though. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is
Darkseer
under attack.
going in for the wand. And then in for the Greaves. It's a normal build, even before the meta shift to make Greaves as powerful as they are, or as in demand as they are. You know, Darkseer always seemed to want to go anytime he was picked up towards those Greaves for the sustain. Vanscour, though, going to be taking some harass. The vacuum comes back. Actually, the snowball coming in. The cookie. Is it going to be enough underneath the tier 1 tower? Ice shards. They're going to be able to get the kill. They immediately turn it around onto the Tusk there as well. In fact, the tower gets it. Lefton gets the kill onto Vanscour. And the tower splits gold between Vanscour and Violent. So, Naga Siren Illusions. Just trying to clean up in the camps. Mid lane, how's this looking for the Death Prophet? For you, the bottle's going to be refreshed here as Vanscour TPs himself in. And yeah, Corruptible up on the top as well. He's going to try and contest this pull here, Happy. There is the threat of the cogs. The Rubik wasn't close. He's got that pull through here from Queasy. But if Corruptible got caught out, I don't know if he gets himself out of the danger if Kami rotates in, throws out those razors and gets the kill, potentially onto Corruptible. So Fade Bolt flies through. Queasy just trying to do what he can to harass mid lane. You can see that Warwick get the cold stamps, Forge Spirits being queued up here as well. Although, Snowball, he dodges off the cookie. Can he get himself away? What can they do damage-wise here? Because the Riptides are going to be coming through. Vacuum's available. Cloud doesn't want to chase down. Iron Shell coming through, trying to clean up onto these illusions. But a little bit of gold. No, the Ice Shards into the Vacuum. Really nice combo between the two. Now the tag team comes out, and Vanscour, he gets put back in his box. Happy level 3 in the river. I don't think he got spotted out there as well. No, doesn't look like he did. So just looking to secure the rune, but For You has that regen there on the bottom part of the river. Violent underneath his tower. They're looking for this. The Ensnare comes out. Does he get the mirror images off? He has them available here. Leffington just running through tower range, taking some damage. Vanscour coming in. Does he want to go for the cookie? He's got to be careful, right? He's got to be so careful. Cloud might be caught out, though. Was that Ensnare? 2 seconds away. Cloud, the cookie, it throws him over. It doesn't actually get the stun. And now the snowball, where those ice shards was, that vacuum, the double iron shell doing damage. And Vanscour, he's going to be ticked down again. He's only just come back to the lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the ice wall does get dropped, and so will the Death Prophet. Sunstrike, just for style points.
It's killing time.
Yeah, I think Shadow Fiend even TP'd in for that. To help out his teammate. They do get the kill, and Warwick, again, going to be able to regen with a 3 points into the quas. Using those orbs if he need it. The regen is there. He doesn't need it. Looking pretty healthy, actually, there on the Invoker. So Hydra at the minute, trying to put all the aggression into this mid lane. You'll get a good lane for the Invoker. Get him that. No Hand of Midas? No, no Hand of Midas. Going to go in for the Witchblade. So yeah, no, they do. They want to be putting this aggression out. Moving themselves around, and the Invoker with not going for that Hand of Midas. Maybe they do think they're on a little bit of a clock here. And just want to go for the kills, want to go for an early 20-30 minute win in this second game. Before the Naga Siren really gets online. Which, if we take a look at the net worth, top of the last hits, top of the net worth chart here for Violent.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not really the shutdown so far that they were looking for. 2 assists onto the Naga Siren here now as well. Leffington getting the D-Ward out. Violent to spot him. Does he go for the Ensnare? Leffington gets cheeky, walks himself away. Ooh, he's got to turn himself around though. For You? No, he comes in. Snowball. 4 points into the Spirit Siphon, so the Spirit Siphon will be started. Cold Snap comes through with the Sunstrike with the shards. With that tag team damage, the cookie comes out. Now they're chasing to Warwick. With that Ensnare coming through. What can Happy walk himself into? Warwick drops low, but he doesn't get killed off as the cogs do come down, potentially saving his life.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Queasy
attack.
sees the double damage rune. Yeah, For You all the way through these Spirit Siphon stacks. Only one left. But both mid laners get out alive, and that's more important for both of them than getting a kill and getting taken down, because both of them want to keep this momentum here. As Happy, the other sentry out of range. Yeah, he's going to be seen by this Observer Ward just outside of the road pit here now as well, as Kami looking for his own D-Ward on that sentry. But the rotation up For You. Exorcism's going to be there, has that double damage rune. If they get the catch here onto on lane, looks like they get the jump onto Vanscour. Vanscour, can he get the kill? Another vacuum comes through, and they do take down Vanscour. But yeah, the Exorcism coming through with a double damage rune here onto For You in the top lane. This should be the tier 1 tower going down if they contest into this next creep wave. No catapult to come out on it just yet. But before you try and go in with the Crypt Swarm, clear this one off. Happy, still level 4.
Tower is under attack.
He's got that tome queued up. 3 heroes around. In fact, the TP coming in from the Invoker. Can they go here? The Exorcism has been popped. Cold Snap going to be used now as well. Sunstrike doesn't connect. For You's already away from this with the Rocket Flare. Gets that mini stun onto For You. For You back lines. Kami, the cookie comes out. Not going to catch anyone with the Spirit Siphons for now. Ice Wall gets dropped. And they get the kill onto Happy, but now with the Requiem Souls coming through, For You just has to leave. No, you actually wants to turn around. Exorcism still going. Does he want to go for more? With the Rubik rotating up now as well. 4 heroes from the side of YNT. But that Exorcism, it's most of the way through.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Like that'd be even easier.
Radiant's bottom
So,
tower
does
has
he have the
fallen.
level 6? No clock, he's close. One more creep and he's going to have it now as well. He levels it up, he gets that hook shot. Cookie comes in with the hook. It connects onto 2 now as well. The Death Prophet, they're both going to be caught out in these cogs. With the Sunstrike coming through, the Fade Bolt trying to do what he can here. Rubik, they get the kill onto Vanscore. And now the Cold Snap once again. Meanwhile, that Snowball on the backlines, it comes in. Pulverize onto the Tusk, but the Raze is corruptible. He's going to be taking so much damage from this. Trying to get himself up onto Kami, and Kami, he gets that kill before the damage can come through from the Primal Beast. And now the shards get dropped For You. Trying to be chased down. Snowball up in 4 seconds. And the chase For You. He does get himself away. They trade off that clock, which is a good trade. Trade off the clock for the kill onto the Primal Beast. And onto Vanscore there as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Meanwhile,
attack.
Cloud's just continuing to farm. The Greaves gonna be... He's got that buckler. Hope, please.
Deep now.
Not another 20-minute pause. Hopefully it's not a massive issue.
That went swimmingly.
Yeah, Guardian's Greaves not too far away for the Darkseer. Actually wants to go into the pipe afterwards as well. Got that one queued up. As Violent continues to find the free farm. Second in terms of net worth, just behind the Darkseer. So Darkseer having a really good time. Okay, quick reconnect in. And Happy not going to be gone for too long. So yeah, quick reconnect. As Kami just continues to farm. Exorcism's down now for the next minute or so. And it looks like, I mean, Corruptible at least wants to keep the pressure onto this top lane. The Catapult being there as well. What can they do? Invoker's hanging around as well. He's just giving the mid lane over to the Tusk. Tusk Leviton hits the level 6. So he's going to have the Walrus Punch. A decent amount of bonus damage to come through. Cloud back on the bottom lane now as well. Looking for the push in. Level 9, so 4 points into the Iron Shell. So yeah, the Naga Illusions, if they do get the catch onto the Naga with 1100 health here, Naga Siren could be punched out by these Iron Shells.
Beast bomb.
But Darkseer, he's just bobbing along on the bottom lane. Pushing it out with the Iron Shells, trying to put the pressure onto the tier 2. Forcing Violent back into the lane to push this one out. Meanwhile, though, the dive comes through. The Pulverize, it's going to be there onto Kami. Kami, maybe have enough to keep him alive. There's going to be the mech coming through now. They might do. The vacuum comes out now as well. Where's that Wall of the Fear? The Requiem of Souls comes out and they get the kill onto Leviton. But Queasy, Corruptible, and For You all go down. And Kami just sustains with the Mask of Madness. Absolutely mental. And now the hook shot. The card onto Vanscore. Vanscore should go down.
A little advice.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Clockwork
attack.
with the voice line. Really good form on catch. You know, and that was Sigma.YNT's initiation onto Kami. And Kami, he just don't get the pick off the Darkseer with the Surge in time, with the mechanism to keep him live. And he just turns it around with the Mask of Madness, gets that Requiem of Souls off the Fear, and then just immediately blows a couple of heroes up. With the help of his team, of course. And now that Greaves is available, do they want to try and go? Snowball's going to come through. Queasy, what can he do? Ice Shards into the Sunstrike, locked down with the Walrus Punch. And Cloud gets the kill.
Radiant's
Team
middle
effort.
tower has fallen.
No kill steals here in pro games. It is just a team effort. Kill secures all over the board. At least Nagasiren's still top of the net worth, so Violent. Having a good time. Coming in with a mirror image. Didn't want to go for the Ensnare. Leviton looks like he's going to be able to walk himself away. Eye shards do come through. Cookie doesn't connect.
Dire's middle
So Leviton,
tower is under attack.
not that hungry for the cookies. Top lane, they've got the lockdown.
Radiant's bottom
Corruptible
tower
tries to get
is
himself
under
in with the
attack.
onslaught, but the Forge Spirits, the pulverized damage, it's not going to be up Incorruptible. Yeah, Warwick gets the kill there. Trying to buy time for you to rotate in. You has the Exorcism, but Warwick should just be able to run himself away from this one. Do they want to fortify onto this tier 1? They do, they pop it.
Structures are fortified.
And you has to be careful. Creep waves here while this is going on the bottom lane. Just look at this tier 2 tower.
Is under attack.
The aggression coming out from the side of HYDRA, they know that they're on the Naga side of the block.
Radiant's bottom
There is
tower
a
has fallen.
Lumen threat coming through. The hookshot comes through on the top lane. They do get the dive, and that's going to be the Exorcism more enough. The Mortimer Kiss is diving onto the backlines. Warwick, he might go into Happy. Sunstrike's going to be there for you. Trying to sustain. Is this going to be enough to keep him alive? Maybe one more right click the raise. It does connect in the Spirit Siphon, but Cloud looking to chase him down. Song comes out. It actually gets a stun onto the Darkseer. So you will be able to get that TPOA Violent away now as well. For Heroes, they get the kill onto the Rubik, lose the Clockwork, and the tier 1
Dyer's top
tower.
has been denied.
Did it get denied?
Beast bomb.
It just goes down. But now, we're taking that tier 2 tower
Radiant's
on the
top
bottom
tower
lane.
is under attack.
HYDRA, they're just going to push through. Get another objective,
Radiant's
another
top
objective,
tower
another
is
objective. They
falling.
know the song's down. They know Exorcism is down. They can look towards this tier 2, take this tier 2, and then march Cammy right into the pit. And look to take
Radiant are
Roche.
scanning.
Yeah, you can see the Meteor comes through onto the Siege Creep now as well. Just making sure this lane will push in. Fade Bolt, it does fly through. But this tower, Odin Stone on the back lines, do they catch out? The Walrus Punch comes out through now. He actually hits it onto the right Violent now as well. Vacuum, they get Cliff, they get the Cliff. Teasy onto it with the Sunstrike coming out. And Warwick, Violent's going to go down. Another Walrus Punch with left. He can get himself away from this one. The Walrus Punch actually stolen from the Rubik, and now they get the kill onto you. The chase down 4 for 2. Excuse me, 2 kills. 4 heroes still standing on the side of HYDRA. And they're pinging out the Roche. They do want to go into this now as well. Kami going to be able to clean up onto the catapult, force this mid lane out a little bit. And again, with no song, no exorcism, timing on that. 70 seconds on the song, 20 seconds on the exorcism. They can just move in. They can just move in and take this Roche, and there's nothing YNT can do about it. Very seriously, there's nowhere they can TP to, there's no outpost, there's no tier 1 towers. They have to go to the tier 2s when everyone's back alive, and Kami just takes the Aegis. They might just carry on going here. They've got... Ooh, how far away is the Requiem? Still a ways away just yet. 2 seconds on the hook shot though. So just over a minute on that Requiem. If they make the dive onto Violent, he might put onto the Invoke, and Mortimer Kiss is flying through. Oh no, with the hook shot! I think he hit onto the Ancient. Didn't actually connect through, and the Ancient just body blocks him. He will still get the kill onto Vanscore. Trying to chase down onto Corruptible. Sucker Punch coming through from the Rubik here. The wall has been dropped though. They are begging them to cross it for you. Comes through, going to be slowed down in this wall. Kami with the Aegis still. So they do lose the snap. They're going to be popping the Exorcism for not a lot as well. Warwick doesn't get taken down. The silence comes out. Shadow Fiend getting close towards that BKB. Do they want to chase now with this Exorcism? 3/4 of the way through. Violent's going to go for the TP away. But can they go for more of the vacuum? They get the drive back for you. There's not going to be Song to save him now as well, so he has to go get himself away. Spirit Siphon, Cog stolen, but the Sunstrike comes out with the Walrus Punch. And for you, no, it's not enough. They don't get the kill. The Silence comes out, and Cloud, he just wants to chase in. That Iron Shell going. It's actually going to be the Surge being stolen here from the Rubik. Rubik trying to do what he can from the trees. Leffington has a TP. Queasy, though, gets the blink away.
That went swimming.
So,
Beast bomb.
they force out another Exorcism. The Naga Siren has to TP them, TP away. But the wall does get dropped. Not a lot of kills from that. They only pick up the Snapfire for that entire thing. It's not a bad trade. I mean, YNT only losing 1. That's all right for them. That's acceptable losses. But Kami, he's got that BKB up, going towards the Crystallis. He's even got himself a double damage rune. Doesn't even bottle it. Just says, okay, cool, let's go. There's no bottle to be had. I've got a double damage rune. Let's go back towards this tier 2 tower. But left him keeping away as they look to get the lockdown onto the Naga. Naga had already TP'd out. Just using those illusions. Oh, Vanscore. The cookie. Is it going to be off? Does he get in range here?
Beast bomb.
Kami Knight doesn't find that rage. Excuse me, the raise. His van score goes the other way. He might find the rage for not finding the kill, but he doesn't actually find the race.
This.
Dire are scanning.
And you can see that Sigma.YNT just trying to waste his double damage rune here onto the Shadow Fiend, pushing out the top lane,
Beast bomb.
making the creep equilibrium force through onto the die side of the map.
Dire's top tower is under Radiant are scanning.
But HYDRA, they want to group. And I mean, again,
Radiant's middle tower is
Violent,
under
how is
attack.
he looking? He's got that Mage Slayer, he's got the Manta style up.
Dire's courier has been killed.
So no heart just yet, no full
Radiant's
Orchid.
middle tower is under attack.
So HYDRA, again, with this Aegis now, for the next 2 minutes, just going on to this tier 2 tower in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
As Death Prophet just continues to clear the wave up on the top lane. And not too far away from the BKB. There's DPs though coming down to the bottom lane. Did he find Vanscore again? Do they have the vision with the clockwork, hook shot? The rocket flare. Well, they do see a couple of heroes, but not actually going to get overly aggressive here. Happy. As he continues to come in, they're actually going to be able to get the telekinesis off. Getting the lockdown, no. Well, the cookie comes through, yes, so they should be able to get the kill onto Leffington. They get the kill onto the Tusk.
Dire's
Really
top
nicely
tower
done.
is under attack.
It does cost them Mortimer Kisses. It does cost... Oh, actually, what did the Rubik steal? Snowball? Yeah, that's quite nice. You know, that's a fairly worthwhile trade. Mortimer Kisses are going to be down the hook. It doesn't connect on Queasy.
Beast
Oh, ho,
bomb.
ho, ho. Close. But again, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades here. And Queasy.
Beast bomb.
Does he get himself away from this one? Telekinesis comes out. Shadow Fiend not popping that BKB just yet. How's that Aegis for the next 40 seconds or so? Is that the Crystallis flying out to him? You can see the high ground here. Corruptible. I don't know if they see him. Well, if the courier takes the right path back, they might do. He's looking though. He wants that jump. High ground. They do see him before he comes in, but the onslaught, it was already going. Now he gets that dive in. Into the mid lane, though. Cloud can get himself away from this one. The vacuum comes back into the back whistle. And the force staff, it keeps Corruptible alive because he doesn't have his BKB just yet. Backline, so you can see that Kami, he wants to come in. He's going to be taking down couriers, but he wants heroes. He's thirsty for kills now. And the Queen of Souls comes out for you. He's going to be chased down. The Ice Shards, though, even with the BKB for you, he's just going to be chunked down. Kami, Warwick, get the kill, the dive in, but Deafening Blast, it pushes back onto the Primal Beast. And now the hook shot. Oh, the dive. They've got Violent. They've got the lockdown onto the Naga Siren. Naga Siren, no protection. The snowball coming through. This will finish the job. And the song gets cancelled off a little bit early. All 5 heroes on the side of YNT go down. They give up the Darkseer. But a really good fight. That snowball, absolute clutch. To get the kill through the song. And now, Kami, he has that Crystallis building towards the Silver Edge. Still going to be about 1,500 gold from it. But what can YNT do to defend this tier 3? They don't have a fortification for, what's that, 20 seconds? They're going to rip through this tier 3 tower. They might even go for Axe. Just splitting the damage, so fortification will come out. No Naga Siren for the next 10 seconds. No song. And the Darkseer rotating over. Darkseer, that wall 35 seconds away. Roche, he's still a ways away, yeah. At least 2 minutes. But yeah, Darkseer with the vacuum with the Iron Shell.
Radiant's top tower
Just trying to put the pressure on around this map. Squeezy trying to push out the top tier 2.
Jackpot.
That lane is where YNT have been putting most of the defenses. Because they want this tier 2 tower to stand. They know how quickly that HYDRA can rip through the Roshan. So they need that tier 2 tower. If they lose a fight, think about losing a fight.
Oh boy.
Rocket Flare comes through, the Iron Shell ticking down onto the illusions. The real Violent doesn't stick around because he wants to push out the lane. But yeah, if they lose a fight and need to buy back, get themselves quickly towards the Roche Pit, they are going to need that tier 2 tower. Because it is about, it's just a little bit further than the outpost for the side of HYDRA in terms of TPs, in terms of distance to the pit. Violent just trying to do what he can with the mirror images. Hiding himself in the trees. Might pop the next set now as well. Just to push out this lane. But yeah, you can see the HYDRA. They want that tier 2 tower on the top lane. They want to push that in.
Beast bomb.
And it's Kami now with the Silver Edge. Roshan, is it going to be a quick one? Is it going to be kind
Dire's
to HYDRA?
bottom
Because I
tower
don't think
is
the
under
Rosh time has
attack.
been kind to anyone at all today. We'll find out in the next 20 seconds or so. But yeah, HYDRA, they're stalling this one out as long as possible because they don't need to take a fight. They can posture around the Rosh pit. You know, the song is down for the next 3 seconds. So YNT, if they can force that song out, actually, that is the go time for Rosh. As Violent just trying to use again the mirror images on the bottom part of the map. But do they have the vision in the triangle? They don't. Warwick, though, will be coming in with a haste. Does he chase down onto the Death Prophet? Death Prophet, they don't actually see it, but Vansko could be in trouble. Snowball in, the cookie. Snowball breaks before it
Radiant's
connects.
top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under
It's a minute and a half till the rush. So it's not a quick one
Radiant's
at
top
all. They're
tower
still going to be able
is
to get this tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. Tier 3 towers down as well in the mid lane. So they've opened up the base on the side of HYDRA to get towards Sigma.YNT. But again, I don't think you want to go into this until you have that Aegis in your hands. Bottom lane, though, did they actually make the move? Violent with the TP away. And Warwick wasn't able to close that gap. Get off something like the Cold Snap to stop that TP out. Violent, yeah, just get himself away. Is that the... Oh, now, choices. Because if he goes for the heart, it will offer survivability. You know, give him that massive health pool. But it looks like he actually wants the BKB. And still a couple of 100 gold away from picking it up here on the Nagas Iron. But that might be important for the next Roche fight. Excuse me. As, yeah, the Illusions just trying to push out this mid lane. Roche 30 seconds away. HYDRA, they're not going to give it this position around the high ground. Because they just continue to push in. Clockwork, he's going to stay in the pit. 15 seconds. That's all it's going to take for Roshan to be back up. Can YNT fight into this? Look at the net worth difference as well between the Nagasar and the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend about a 4k, 5k difference between the two heroes. Roshan is back up. Warwick, he picks up the Invis rune. They're still looking around. It's just the illusion. It's just that illusion. And the Nagasar and Smoke's going to be coming out. Big wrap around here. Cloud sees it. Can he get himself away from this? The pipe as well as the Greaves. Can he keep himself alive through this? It's a lot of damage. Meteor does get dropped 4-star though. He's still going to be locked down. The Pulverize comes out. Point blank hookshot. It doesn't matter. Did he get the kill? Vansko will go down in return though. Corruptible not too far from going down himself. He takes down a big target there. With this Exorcism still going up for you. Can he get himself away from this one? The buyback from the Clockwork. He's already used that hookshot. And Cloud is down for the next 30 seconds. Requiem. Violent, no song just yet. Did he actually get it? Yeah. The lockdown, no. He gets himself through a gap, and now the mirror image comes through, but it just drags Kami into it, and they have the damage, they have the kill. They have that Nugget Siren for the next 47 seconds. No Exorcism. He has to down a Darkseer. But they might not even go back for Roche. Yeah, they're just going to go for the tier 3. Cookie comes out, but it was facing the wrong way. It gets turned around. Everything going wrong here for Sigma.YNT. So they get some damage onto the tier 3. Cloud is back now. No song for 20 seconds. And even if they did, they have to hoof it on foot over to the Roche pit. So it looks like HYDRA, they're just going to go in. Yeah, they get the shard out. They get the Aegis out on this Roche. And look at how quickly it's going to be taken care of as well. The Alacrity maybe onto it. Kami gets that Alacrity. And the smoke coming through from the side of YNT. They know they have to contest onto this. But it's not going to be in time. Even giving the shard over to the Shadow Fiend as well. So the cookie comes out, and they might have found out onto the touch. Do they have enough to get the kill? They do. Hookshot comes in, though. There are double 4-staffs there for the cogs. Not going to get the lockdown. Warwick picks himself up an illusion rune. Just going to try and use this for scouting, it looks like. Scouting and dewarding. So YNT trying to back themselves to the base. Kami's close. What's the actual cooldown? Black King Bar, 7 seconds duration now. Vansko, he might just be caught out. He might be in a little bit of trouble here. The backup of Queasy. But Kami, you can see he's coming in. The sentry's going to be dropping. It's not going to be in time. The 4-staff. They get the damage. They get the kill. How quickly he got bursted down there from the Silver Edge. the guaranteed crit comes out as well from the Shadow Walk. And Kami just rips him a new one. Yeah, fortification's going to be there. Do they want to pop it for the racks, though? They don't. They're just going to let it fall. They're going to do the best Elsa impression here and let the buildings in the base go.
Beast bomb. Beast bomb.
As Kami continues to push in, Sunstrike on the back lines just to scout out in the trees. Yeah, no, fortification is still there if they need it here on the side of YNT, but for the minute, Kami, he's just going to be coming up, ripping through buildings. Exorcism's going to be popped here, but the load sub of the cookie in the middle, it cancels off the backlines now as well. Corruptible, he gets off the kill, they take down the Primal Beast, and they're even going to be able to go for a second set of racks. I don't know what YNT, they get the kill onto the Tusk, fortification comes out, but Kami, Song, no BKB here, it gets cancelled off though. They want to go, they want to try and pop this Aegis, but Kami's going to be away. BKB got used, the hookshot comes in point blank, and now the Meteor's being dropped. They're going to be able to make YNT go and stick if they get the damage off now. The Requiem Storm, the Fear comes through onto the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend trying to sustain one more right click, gets a kill onto Vanscore at range. Now Queasy can't hide himself from this. They're even going to be able to go even further onto this. The buyback from Vanscore, but Corruptible chased down onto the Invoker. The Invoker's invis. And what can they do? Because Kami is just cleaning up. They even have the vision on the high ground, gets a kill onto the Primal Beast, and Primal Beast is dead for 70 seconds. It looks like Kami and Warwick, well, 3v5 now as the Tusk does respawn. But yeah, Kami and Warwick, they want to end this here and now. Naga Siren, BKB on cooldown. Has that Eagle Song, but no full butterfly for the right click coming through from Kami. Kami's going to be able to do so much damage in the buyback now as well from the Death Prophet. They're just trying to force him out of the base, but the snowball comes through. The kickback now as well. The damage, look at this for you. The Spirit Siphon, it's not going to be enough. The burst damage way too much. And Kami doesn't even bother with the Megas. 2 heroes dead on the side of Sigma.YNT. There's going to be another kickback. They get the kill. They clean up on Vanscore. 3 heroes dead on the side of Sigma.YNT. I think HYDRA, they were on a clock. They knew this Naga Siren was going to become this late game powerful beast, and they were just like, well, 30 minutes? Yeah, no problem. They get it off. The snowball comes in, but the game was called. And HYDRA, after a major delay in game number 1, they keep the mental concentration going, and 35 to 16 in terms of kills, and a 24k net worth lead there as well. HYDRA, they pull it out of the bag in 2. So, I mean, it was nice. There was points that you could see Sigma looking towards where they did look comfortable in game number 1. Game number 2 as well. So there was some decent fights. But in this second game, HYDRA, they had a plan and they stuck to it. They got Kami fed 14-0 and 8 on the Shadow Fiend. Lefty 10 there, 5-7 and 16 as well. Even picking up the Aghanim Scepter onto the Tusk. So didn't go for that blink. Just wanted the kickback. Wanted to separate the team from each other to get the kills. And Sigma.YNT, yeah, they got completely split apart in those later fights. Warwick 7-0. Did they get a kill on... Okay, they got a kill on Cloud. They got a few kills on Cloud. But Warwick and Kami going through in zeros, untouchable there in the second game. And it really did pay off for them. And I don't know if... I mean, HYDRA, they're going to be sitting at the top of the table. For now. Yeah, I don't know if teams are going to have an answer here, because HYDRA looking really incredibly strong at the minute. Taking both series. I mean, Cybercats, again, were one of my favorites to push through this season. And look for promotion alongside PuckChamp, alongside HYDRA. But HYDRA take care of Cybercats in 2 games. They look really strong coming into the second series as well, taken away from Sigma.YNT. And it was just a really good showing for them. And guys, that is going to be the day. Hopefully you enjoyed the casts. We'll be back on the 6th, which is going to be 3 games. Me for the first 2, and then Hurry taking over for the 3rd. But again, hopefully you've enjoyed it today. We'll see you on the 6th. But for now, bye-bye.